Good morning all and welcome to my next video. So I figured, seeing as Gladys is going back into the garage next week to get a big service and cam belt, I took myself off for the night tonight, and obviously these two, you're not happy doggy. She does not like travelling, bless her. He's alright. I brought myself to the house of Bruar. I'm going to walk up to the falls and then I'm going to head off to a little park up that's about 30-40 minutes away from here. The weather is not great, but it's better than it is at Glenmore. It's been sleet showers, snow showers all the way down here, and I've obviously come down rather than heading over like towards the Black Isle and stuff like I normally do, so I decided to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take you for a walk to the falls of Bruar. I've left the dogs in the van, they've had a quick pee and now they're settled down with a treat, and I'm on my walk to the falls. Apparently it's about 2k. I think you follow this gorge up and it's quite well marked from the car park. We were coming around the back of the house of Bruar, which I'm going to go and have a look in on my way back, but apparently it is very expensive. And clearly with the impeding payment to my van, I'm not going to be able to buy anything, but I like to look. Kerry told me you can go swimming in these falls, but currently they'll be doing a bit of work up here, so it's not advised at the minute. It should be finished by the summer. But I don't, as you know, I don't go swimming in the winter anyway because it's too cold for me. I'm wrapped up warm today. This is the map of the falls. So it's saying the path on the west side of the falls above the lower bridge is closed for maintenance. That's obviously why they're doing the work. But yeah, that's the upper falls. We're down here at the moment. So let's go and see if we can find them. The circular walk is 2.3k apparently. That's not too bad. Shouldn't take too long to complete that, and then we can head over to my park up, which we've just looked on Park for Night, is about 29 minutes away. So because it's down like single track road, it looks like a beautiful park. I'm looking forward to it, hoping the weather improves. I can just about see how steep the gorge is here. It's obviously fenced off, so I can't get down there, but it runs right through the middle. Some of the more astute of you will probably realise I haven't headed this way down before since I've come up to Glenmore. Obviously I passed my park up at Dalwhinnie, where just before the van broke down on the way up here. I'm not headed this way since. Don't know whether that was subconsciously or consciously, I'm not entirely sure. But I figured it's time to start venturing a bit further afield and get over my fears. I think partly it's like because it's just been a year, and then it's coming up to a year since I got to Glenmore. Going past the places that I came on my way up where I was really fragile and really vulnerable is a bit weird. But I'm okay. I passed my Dalwhinnie Park up, and yeah, I'm doing good on my own. I'm really happy by myself. So I think I've done quite well within a year to get to where I am now. This is clearly a viewing platform, so I'm going to go up and have a look. I think this is the lower falls. There's the lower falls with the bridge going over the top. How pretty is that? And it's beautiful. I have no idea how you get down there to swim. Look at it. It's like pretty sheer. Okay, let's keep going because that wasn't that far to get to this lower platform at all. It's very sleety showers, but it's not too bad. It's not that cold. How pretty is that? Not even that far from the car park, it's like a really short walk. Beautiful. Now the rain has stopped and the sun's coming out, so I'm glad I decided to get my butt out for the night and out of the van, because I was sat in the van on the car park and it was peeing down and I was debating whether to do this walk, but look at that, how beautiful. I just read a sign saying that the upper path has no fences and steep drops into the gorge on either side, so take care. Maybe I shouldn't have done this walk on my own, but if I'm scared I'll turn around and go back to the van. These things are prickly, they've already got me once. They hurt, little buckets. So I'm on the upper path. These are some of the drops that you're looking at. So yeah, if you fell down there, you'd be in big trouble. It's beautiful though. Just behind me is one of the paths that has been closed due to erosion. I just went in for a little look, but I'm not going any further. And then the actual path goes up around to the left there. That's where I've just come from, the lower bridge. Look at the views as I'm getting higher up. Beautiful. I'm still having some trouble with this sticky glute muscle. It's starting to wake me up in the night and hurt. I think I'm going to have to go and get a massage or something and get it seen to. It's just really starting to annoy me. Obviously that other path that's eroded would lead over there, because it was down below me. You can see where it started to erode here. I'm on my way up here. Ooh, look how high I am now. Wow, that's amazing. You can just about see the river down there. I'm like as high as the tops of these trees. And that falls that look really, really tall is down there. It looks really small from here. I don't know if it's taking us that one or another one. I'm just going to keep going and see where we end up. So I've got time, so that's why I set off from site quite early, because I knew I wanted to do this walk. And I wasn't entirely sure how long it was going to take me to get down the A9, because there are some road works down there. I didn't get stuck in that much traffic, to be fair, it was quite alright. In 1787, Robert Burns, after visiting the area, was inspired to write the humble petition of Bruar water. This was a request to the 4th Duke of Atholl. He wrote from the point of view of the tumbling waters and begged the Duke to shade my banks with towering trees and bonny spreading bushes. At that time the water meandered through a barren landscape. The Duke took his advice to heart, and ever since the falls have been covered in lush greenery. The Duke also constructed the path which still stands to this day, as well as 2 viewing bridges and a number of stone shelters along the trail which have sadly fallen into disrepair over the years. That waterfall that you can see from all the way down there is down there. So I'm now above it. Obviously the path keeps going. We'll see where it takes me. It's very peaceful. It was beautiful up here. All I can hear is the birds and the water. Clearly my path is stopped, so that would be the circular path, and as you saw the machinery was just over there, so they're obviously maintaining the path. So I can't go any further, sadly. I think this would give you a view of the falls though. So instead of being silly and climbing over it, which I thought I might, but I'm on my own, and if I slip and fell, I'd be in big trouble, and I'm not doing it. I'm going to head my way back and explore some more of the little paths up here, and then go into the house of Bruar and see what that's like in there. Maybe get myself a sausage roll or something for my dinner, because there's a food hall. So I'm going to go and have a look around there, I think. But yeah, the rain stopped, so hopefully it'd be nice at my little park up. Path must go along there and on the other side of the gorge until it hits where we started. But that's obviously a job for another day, because it's shut. Typical. I want to go and do something and half of it ends up closed. That's just my luck at it. I'm not complaining though, because it's absolutely beautiful up here, and I'm glad I've got out for a walk and it's not absolutely peed down like it was in Glenmore. There's no way you were going anywhere down there today. It was just sleet showers all day from looking at the weather. And it was a lot colder than here, even though here's windy. It's a lot milder. I've only come an hour down the road, but I've come down, I guess. I had a little chat with my mechanic on the phone the other day, and we both, I can't find any paperwork for a cam belt. I'm pretty sure when the water pump was put in, he didn't do a cam belt because he didn't charge me for one. So we've agreed that it's going to need a cam belt. The last one I could find paperwork with the van, it was 2015. So yes, it's definitely due one, and I don't want it to snap on me. So it's going to be another big cost. Fortunately I've got a bit of money still saved up, but but it's going to deplete my savings somewhat. Never mind, at least I can keep getting away in the van though. I think he said he should have it for a couple of days. Just see how it goes. I will admit I am a little bit apprehensive about this park up because it's a little bit remote, more remote than what I've done. Like singular park ups recently, so I've stayed like just off the road and quite near civilization, but this one, yeah, is down a single track lane by a loch, so I'm half hoping there are other people there stopping overnight. We'll see how brave I am. I'm going to go and check it out and have a look though. Weirdly, considering I'm a bit apprehensive about the park ups, I wasn't that anxious about coming away this time. I didn't like pre-pack the van or anything. I just packed it this morning. I didn't rush around like an idiot last night. I did go and do my shopping and made sure all my pots were washed in the caravan this morning. Other than that, I haven't panicked. I'm just a bit worried about this park up. It's getting windy now, so I'm gonna head into the house of Bruar, see what's in there, and then head off to my park up. I kind of hope that somebody else is camping there the night. Which, let's face it, is unlikely because of the time of year. There's a lot less people about at the moment, which makes parking up a lot easier and driving around a lot easier. But when you get a little bit anxious like me, the lack of other vans is not always the best thing. It's making me brave, shall we say. Now that does look really inviting to swim in. How you get down there, I have no clue. But look at it. It looks really deep. But it's nice to get in there in the summer. Where I hit this bridge, you can just see up there, that's where the path would bring you out if you were going to do the circular route, but I'm clearly still working on it at the minute. Apparently it's will be ready by the summer. So I might head back over here at some point in the summer and do it again, and do the whole route. We'll see. Far too expensive for me in there, so I've just bought myself a pie and some millionaire shortbread, and now I'm heading off to my park up. Schiehallion is the Munro in the area. Its name means the fairy hill of the Caledonians and has many mysterious tales of fairies and other supernatural beings. Two humpbacked men lived on either side of the mountain. One fine summer's evening, one of the men decided to visit his friend on the other side of the mountain. Walking through Glenmore, he approached a cave and heard singing, and once in sight saw a group of fairies dancing. Totally thrilled by the sight, the man joined in the singing, and with a beautiful melodious voice added a new verse to the song. The fairies were delighted with his addition and gave him 3 gifts: that he would stand tall and lose his hump, that he would stay healthy, and that he would have plenty until he died. After thanking the fairies, the man resumed his journey to his friend's house. His friend did not recognise him, so he told his friend the tale of how he come to lose his hump. His friend wanted the same, so set out on his own journey searching for the fairies. Eventually he found them and tried to join in with their singing. Unfortunately, he had quite a tuneless voice which greatly upset the fairies. And so they cursed him, making his hump twice as big, making him the ugliest man on earth, and making him grow bigger and bigger until he died. His former friend no longer recognised this ugly giant of a man. Okay babies, we are here. Are you ready to go for a little walkies outside? That is my view. This is the Loch Rannoch. So my little boy, him, yes you, decided to sit on my bag where my pie was and squashed it. So we'll see what it looks like. It still feels quite warm when we got here. Just put the kettle on, got all my bits and pieces out. There's a motorhome next to me. I'm not sure if he's stopping me. He is sat in the front reading. But yeah, look at it. What a stunning view. Right from my window. Proper posh, these pies. They come wrapped in paper and everything. And I knew it was £3.95, so it better be nice. It's a bit squished, but it smells nice and it looks nice. There we go. Let's give it a try. The dog stopped eating his tea and started focusing on my pie. See what this is like. I've got steak and onion. Very nice. The weather's a bit cack. Look, you can see all the rain coming in over the loch and over there. But I'm sat with a cuppa, I've had my pie and the diesel heater's on. So I might take a little walk up the loch later. But for now I'm sitting cosy in the van. Doug's up there having his dinner. Don't jump down. Can't get down with his little legs. I think they're greedy little sad wanting some more food. Yeah, so it is actually raining now. But it's supposed to just be showers over here and it's not sleet and snow like it is in Glenmore, so not too bad. There's a little viewpoint down there that I'm going to go and have a walk to in a bit. And maybe take these two if they're up for it. She doesn't look up for it. Are you tired? Are you sleepy? How about you? I'm just going to sit here and read my book for a while, I think, and not really admire the view because you can't really see much. Despite my apprehension, I've pulled the bed out, so I'm stopping. It's just that if this motorhome at the side of me goes, it's just going to be me. And it's, as you can see, there's not a lot around here. There is Loch Rannoch, which is over there, but this little bit is quite remote. But I'm stopping, and I have read a spooky story as well about the loch, which I'll tell you in a bit. Maybe I shouldn't read these things before I go away and I should try and find them after. Never mind. I'm going to sit and enjoy my book and wait for the rain to properly clear off because it is going slowly. There are reports of a strange phenomenon happening at Loch Rannoch. More than one sighting of a mysterious light in the form of a ball is said to rise from the water, travels a short distance, skimming the surface of the water, and then disappears back into the same place. Also, on other occasions it has been seen rolling up the hill. I brought myself over to the loch for a little walk. It's gone quite cold now. And these are very pebbly beaches, which are probably not the best to walk along. But it's beautiful here. Now the rain's stopped. You can see all the hills in the distance. It's stunning, so pretty. I realise I am very lucky to be able to do things like this because I've got Gladys and the caravan. I can just chuck some bits and pieces in Gladys and just go off for the night. And once her cam belt's done and a big service, I intend to do more of that this summer. I'm going to take some time off and travel a bit further. Maybe go and do the NC 500, maybe not in the summer, maybe in the autumn. But yeah, I'm going to go and explore a lot more of Scotland because she was off the road a lot of last summer and I was still getting better from everything that had gone on. So I'm braver now and I can do this. Gladys is just behind the motorhome over there. Maybe they are stopping for the night. He seems to have got his bike off to be going for a bike ride, so I might have a neighbour. That wind is bitterly cold out there, so I won't be going back out of the van. Well, other than peeing the dogs. As you can see, as you saw, it's a very pebbly beach. Daisy doesn't do so well on them. She's got very sensitive feet, so she doesn't like hard pebbles getting in the feet and stuff. She won't walk on it. She's been like that ever since she was young. It's not just an old dog thing. So it's just a walk on the grass for you, isn't it, Bubs? What's going on when you're here? Good kid. As you saw from my route in, the pointy hill on the way in is a Munro. It's Schiehallion, and it's quite a well-known hill. I know it because of the fairy story that's associated with it, but it was where Charles Hutton created contour lines, which we have on maps everywhere these days, because it's like uniform appearance and it's like a very pointy hill. So it is the only Munro in this area. I'm not climbing it because the weather is dire and I'm not Munro fit at the moment. I don't think I need to do quite a few more small hills before I'm ready to tackle another Munro again. But yeah, it looks like a nice one to climb, and maybe I will come down and do that one at some point. But you can see it all the way in, but you can't really see it from here. I think these mountains here are, well, Corbetts are obscuring it a little bit. It looks good though. I've been sat patiently reading my book. Well, I finished my book and I've been playing on Zelda. But look at that. So the sun is about to set over the loch very shortly, and I've been rewarded with a bit of bright sunshine. How beautiful is that? I'm just putting my screens up, as you can see. So there's just a windscreen left to do. Just got to get my jiggy jiggy up. Oi! Shh! No idea what they're barking at. I do love my cosy little camper van. So I've left all my cooking stuff out because I've still yet to eat my tea. I've been busy with my nose in a book, which I've finished. So I've been playing on Zelda for a little bit. Make my tea, let these out for a last whittle. Yeah, I'm just about to see them. Bless them. And maybe get an early night because I'm pretty tired actually. I didn't do a very big walk, but it was a nice walk, the falls. I've enjoyed today, it's been lovely. I do love getting away in the van, as you can probably tell. I'm always really happy. But I'm glad I've got neighbours because it's not that remote. There's a house over there, and like I said, Kinloch Rannoch's just over there. It's not that far, but yeah. I was worried about doing this park up all by myself. So I'm gonna have my tea and get a really early night because I'm pretty tired. So I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning all. It was a very peaceful night at Loch Rannoch last night. Literally no cars passed, and a couple of lorries have been passed this morning, but I was in bed for 9 o'clock because I was knackered. I'll take these two for a little walk and head back to site, I think. Made myself a cuppa. But yeah, absolutely slept like a baby, makes a change. I normally don't sleep very well when I'm away in the van. But it's very peaceful here. Quite windy this morning and cold. So the diesel heat is still on. My leisure battery definitely isn't doing the best at the minute. It's down to 12.1. I was running it since I got here at 2 o'clock yesterday, so I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's something that needs addressing, especially if I'm going to go away for more than one night. Obviously the alternator will charge it when I'm driving, but it doesn't charge it very much unless you're driving for a long period of time. So yeah, I'll have to have a look at that at some point. Van's packed, dogs walked. I'm ready to roll again, so it's time to head back to site and leave my beautiful park up at Loch Rannoch. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Obviously it's daytime parking only, so you can't really do this in the summer. Literally there was just me and one van and a couple of cars there yesterday, so there's plenty of space for people to stop if they wanted to, but don't do it in the summer because it'll just get packed with people wanting to see the loch, and it's not fair for big motorhomes and vans to take up loads of space. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I loved it. In the winter, it's a lot easier to do park ups and stuff, even the ones that are daytime parking technically, which this one is. But yes, absolutely fine in the winter. As always, leave no trace. There are litter bins, but yeah, stunning, stunning park up. I only did an overnighter because people I know that have done it in off-peak season and it's been fine. All the locals here are lovely as well. They all say good morning and stuff, and it's a really nice little village to come through. They've got like a little spa hotel and a post office and a little shop. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm back. I didn't record on the way back because Google Maps took me over a snow road and it was tight. Like, you wouldn't get a motorhome down there. Like, nothing much bigger than Gladys would have got over there. Some of the bridges over it were like really, really tight. And I was absolutely pooping myself, so I was concentrating on driving. Luckily didn't encounter any other vehicles coming in the opposite direction, because I've got no idea what I would have done. But I'm just getting ready because I'm going for a little walk with Brian. I think we're going to head down to Rothymercus and do Loch Gamhna and the little loch that's just behind Loch Gamhna, something like that. So yes, putting some better socks on, get my coat and my hat on and get ready to go. We're at Loch Gamhna, we've just passed the castle, so we're headed around the circular walk, but when you get to the end there's another little loch that you can walk around. How do you pronounce it? Gamhna? Something like that. I'll pop the name up on the screen anyway. But yes, I've never done the full walk around Loch Gamhna. I've walked halfway up there, halfway up here, but never around it. So I figured today's as good a day as any to do it. We've just gone off piste to get to Loch Gamhna, which is this tiny path. So hopefully I'm bringing us in the right direction this time. Brian's shaking his head. He said he was going to do the directions this time, but I've ended up doing it again. I was right. Look, there it is.
Well, I'm right as well because the bridge is out on there.
We do a little tiny walk around this loch and then it brings you back out onto the bottom of the walk for Loch Gamhna to do the other side of it. But yeah, it's beautiful today. No rain, it's quite still. It's just a bit cold. Loch Gamhna, how pretty is that? So you think it's quite a small loch, but it's not, because it goes right the way around there. But it's beautiful. So I think we walk around and then we'll hit Loch Gamhna over in that direction over there. But look at the snow on top of the hills. It did say on the sign when we turned off to come to Loch Gamhna that the path is not maintained, and it really isn't. There's about 3 bogs that we've crossed so far. I have a wet foot, but look, we're at the bottom of it now. So hopefully the worst of it's over. Look at this. This is a bit rickety. Here we go. Hopefully it didn't fall down. It didn't fall down. A long time ago, the King of Norway paid Scotland a visit. The King of Norway and the King of Scotland did not get on. One of the reasons was the King of Norway was jealous of Scotland's forest, which he felt were far more finer than his own. Whilst in Scotland, he sent his daughter to the Isle of Skye in order to learn the black arts. She stayed away for 7 years, but eventually returned to her father with a book containing all of the dark magic she had learned. At home in her castle, she climbed the tallest tower and began to chant. A small cloud started to form outside. The cloud grew bigger until eventually the princess finished her spell, climbed onto the window ledge and into the angry-looking cloud. She flew across the sea towards the northeast tip of Scotland, a place now called Caithness. When she reached the land, balls of lightning shot from the cloud and struck the tops of the trees. Soon the great forests of birch and juniper were ablaze. The wall of fire advanced slowly southward. The princess drifted on her cloud behind. Ahead of the fire ran wolves, bears, beavers, wild boar and people. When the first of the refugee people reached Rothymercus, they told the people there what had happened. The people of Rothymercus went to a wise man for advice. They had a beautiful forest of pine and they wanted to protect it. "What shall we do?" they pleaded with the wise man. "First," he said, "bring me all of your silver." They were a poor people who didn't have much, but they gathered together some coins, a couple of rings and a brooch, and took this to the wise man. "What now?" asked the people. In the distance they could see the cloud looming closer and closer. "Take all of the mother animals," he said. "Take the sows and the mares, take the cows and the ewes, and herd them over onto that hillside." After this was completed, the people went back. "What now?" they cried. "Take all of the baby animals," he said. "Take the piglets and the foals, take the calves and the lambs, and put them onto the opposite hillside." The people did as he asked. The babies could see their mothers, and the mothers could see their babies, far away on the opposite side of the hill. They cried for one another, utterly heartbreaking cries. As the cloud neared, the princess stuck her head out of the cloud to find the source of the noise. The wise man drew back his bowstring. His arrow flew straight and true, right into the heart of the princess. She fell dead from her cloud. Upon her death, the cloud evaporated and the wall of fire shrunk to ashes. This is why there is a small piece of ancient Scottish pine forest left at Rothiemurchus. That's our 7k walk done around Loch Gamhna and Loch Gamhna. I'm going to have to look up how to say that properly. But it's beautiful. We barely saw any people. It's really nice, and the rain held off, and now I'm quite warm from walking. So I'm going to head back to site, finish my laundry and do some jobs. I'm back. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to just chill out with my little dudes who are somewhere on the bed behind me, and maybe edit this video, or I might go for an afternoon nap. I'm not entirely sure. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed getting away in the van, and fingers crossed for her for next week that everything's going to be okay and she gets done quickly and doesn't cost me too much money. It is what it is. So I'll say thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.